Hey, what's up everybody? Mike here, and today we're going to go over the top 5 items I've flipped and sold on FBA. The reason I want to go over this is quite a few reasons. Most importantly, as I go through the items, I can describe where I got them, where I sourced them, how you can get items like this, and why they are consistent sales. I did the video last week about 7 items I flipped on eBay, and everyone really seemed to like it. Now, I'm more focused on FBA right now, so I wanted to start going over some items I'm selling on FBA so all of you can see how you can do the same thing. So the first item I have here is a Final Fantasy strategy guide. Now this is a Japanese import, and most people would pass this up. And on a traditional sense, this book isn't worth a spectacular amount. But if you look at all of the sellers, they're from Japan. So anyone looking to collect in America would need to pay for shipping from Japan. Now I happen to have 3 of these. They were all 3 different guides. They have to do with crafting and basic knowledge for the game, and I was able to sell the set of 3 for $54.95. Now I know a lot of people are going to have questions, so I'm going to cut to the other page which shows the selling price, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Now here's the actual sales breakdown. Now I know all of you know I specialize in video games, and this is something I may have even passed up just a year ago, but I bought it because there's only a couple dollars per book, and I thought they looked very interesting and they were in great condition. So always keep your eye out for things that are kind of unique, that maybe the sellers are all from one region, because then there might be a demand in your region for that item, but people don't want to pay the extra shipping cost. And you don't even know what that shipping cost may be. I'm sure it's not cheap to get things shipped from Japan. So always look for the other demand. And I think even with these books, the sales rank was terrible, but I managed to sell them in just 1.5 months after they were listed. Now this next thing is just a typical PS3 game. It's brand new, and it's an RPG that is relatively popular but not offered by that many people. As you can see here, there's currently only 10 new sellers, and for a brand new video game, that's pretty minimal. I mean, there's video games with 80 plus new sellers. Now, I sold these games for $28.95. The reason I want to talk about them is because I purchased them at a local wholesaler, liquidator, whatever you want to call it, for around $6 per game. So that's a great profit on that game. And I found it with very little research. So always check your local area for wholesalers, liquidators, deals you can get near your house that maybe other people can't. Places you can pick up from so you don't have to pay shipping costs. And at the end of the day, I think I sold 3 different games from this series, all for around $25 to $28. I paid around $6 to $7 per game. And I had maybe 15 copies, so I actually got quite a good return on this series of video games. And with newer games, they sell so quick, it's a very, very quick turnaround. So here we have some refinished golf balls, and these are actually in the first shipment I ever sent to FBA, but I wanted to talk about them because these are really something that I thought out of the box to get. And a lot of people pass up deals on daily deal sites because they say there's no money to be made, but that is just bullshit, okay? Yeah, it's true that daily deal sites can be flooded, but if you look hard enough, you can find great deals at most daily deal sites. I got these for, I believe, $10 per box. I sent in around 6 to 8 boxes in December, and I have 1 box left right now. And actually the fees on this weren't bad. The storage, wasn't bad. It's a very small box. And as soon as it gets warm out, I'm sure this box will sell instantly once golf season comes back around. But I mean, it's 3 times what I paid for them. They were really easy to source from a daily deal site. And that price was with free shipping, so I didn't have any other cost into it. And this just goes to show you can really source from anywhere if you look hard enough. So if you're having trouble finding things to source, make sure you think outside the box. You really do your research and look around. As with the last item, look near you, look on daily deal sites, look at clearance from stores, look anywhere you think there can possibly be something for you to resell. Now here we have a Ninja Turtles beanie. This is actually my second biggest score of all time, and I got it from Target.com. And see, here's the thing. Like I said with the last item, people are all naysayers. They say you can't do retail arbitrage, you can't do online arbitrage. It's all bullshit. Don't listen to these people. Just outwork them. Don't worry about the negative people. Look, I went on Target.com right after winter. They're clearancing all these Ninja Turtle beanies for $7 a piece. There's also a $2 off coupon if you purchase more than $100. I ended up buying 100 of these hats, 25 for each different Ninja Turtle. And I'm not even kidding. I have 3 or 4 hats left, and they've all sold for between $24.99 and $19.98. And that's a great return on an item I got from Target. Not to mention they have a great sales rank. They turned around fast. They actually got more reviews. So, if they were ever available again, I could sell them again. And obviously, I'm showing this to everyone. So if there could be competition with Target now, that's fine. I don't care. That's the one thing I always tell people is I'm very transparent with what I do, and I do this to help you guys. That's what matters to me, is helping other sellers. So here's a great example of something that many sellers would not tell you guys, but I'm out up front right now telling you. I got this from Target.com. If you ever see these on Target, pick them up because they're going to sell and you're going to make a lot of money. Now I believe they're sold out. I haven't seen any for a couple months now, but one of my biggest scores of all time is off a mainstream store website that everyone says you can't source from. And here is my biggest score of the year, something that most people wouldn't even think would make money. It's just a Steelbook Case. It costs maybe 20-30 cents to make, and you can get them wholesale very cheap. I found someone selling these on eBay and a lot by the case for 60 cents per Steelbook. I bought 50 of them, 60 of them, I think, and I have about 20 left. I've already sold 30 of them for $9.99 a piece. As you can see, there's a seller there that decided to undercut me by $1 for no apparent reason, which is fine. I'll let him sell out and I'll sell more, or I'll match his price and just call it a day. I'm at the point where I made so much profit on this lot that it's paid for itself about 20 times over now, and it's such a simple thing. Like, it came into my facility, all I did was label it, put it back in the case, and ship it to Amazon, and it made me a ton of money, and I got it off of eBay.com. And this is what I mean about sourcing. You can source anywhere, and the reason I showed all the items in this video is to show all the different manners you can source in. I got some of those books from a garage sale. I got the hats from Target. I got the video games from a wholesaler. I got these from eBay.com. And I wanted to show a good mix of things you can buy and sell anywhere, and you were able to source them right from your home or right from somewhere near you. So always when you're sourcing, look for things that maybe a lot of people would miss. This is a great example because these were given away at GameStop and stuff for pre-orders, and I talked to my cousin who is a manager at GameStop, and I said, hey, do you think people, before I bought them, I said, do you think people would buy Steelbook cases? And he said, no way, no one's going to pay, a lot of money for those. And the seller before me had them listed at $4.34 if you look on the screen. And I was like, I'm going to go for this. I'm just going to put them at $9.99. There was no competitive prime sellers whatsoever. And it did great. I mean, that's $300 return. Granted, there's fees involved, but even if it's a $200 return, for the case I paid, I can't even remember, but it was really cheap. Like, it ended up being 60 cents per item, which I think worked out to be like $15 a case or something. So great return on something I got from eBay, as with many of these lots. Hey everyone, I just wanted to thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And as you can see here, this is my attempt to help new sellers, because I feel like a lot of people get discouraged. They don't find something their first time out scanning, or they go on eBay and they don't win the auctions they want. The point is, if you work hard and you learn the source from everywhere, not just one specific location, you can do well. The most important resource you have as a seller is the internet. Without the internet, you have no selling power. You have none of the stuff you need right now to watch my video, to sell on eBay, to sell on Amazon, to source. It's so much more powerful than scanning at a store. It's so much more powerful than finding one good wholesaler. Use the internet to your advantage. Do your research. Learn about your local area. See if you have any advantages near you. If you don't, then work on the next thing. And you know what? At the end of the day, if you truly hustle, if you care and work harder than everyone else, you will win, because what beats everything else out is hard work. So don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Because one day, if you care to work hard enough, you'll make it big, or at least you can say you tried your absolute best. And with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. If you like these series where I start showing things I sold, let me know. The last eBay video did very well, and I appreciate it so much. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.